Welcome to East Lansing, Michigan, Spartan Stadium and home of the Michigan State Spartans. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Nittany Lions will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. So the Michigan State Spartans return team will have that offense backed up. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we've played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
The Spartans will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the return, it's Figueroa. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So Penn State's offense will go to work for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side. You
know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. It's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch meat.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. From the gun, the ground game. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. A first down run on the doorstep. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Penn State! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Power football with the run. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Back to pass, it's Barnes. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Figueroa. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really...
And he reels it in inside the 30. He'll work his way down to the 28. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Oh, what a move! And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Michigan State, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but They need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and
he hurls one deep down the left side. He caught it, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Smarty.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Looking to throw, it's Tompkins. Fires to the right. It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The give to the right. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
He'll try the left side. Running with power. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Quarterback adapted. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Looking for a man. It's Tompkins. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David.
And the ball is intercepted. Got room on the return. At the 20. Touchdown, Penn State. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. They're trailing by just 4 to UMass. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. This offense has a second down play. On the run, still looking. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He wants to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Dropping back, it's Mars. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, he'll let it fly. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Spartans.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Fair catch, called for and made. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
From the gun,
Oh, fuck yes.
Their will.
Fuck yeah. Go, baby, go. Let's go. Oh, you got caught from the back.
And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Just ran
no, sir.
Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And your offense, you're talking to each other the whole time. Look at the score. Understand the situation. We got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We got a chance to put this ball game away. We have to hold on to the football. 2 hands. Make sure I go to the ground with that thing in my possession. It's a big mistake that could cost them big.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Back to throw, it's Barnes. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a short pass to the tight end.
That was incomplete.
The catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On third down, he drops to throw.
I was about to see you lucky he dropped that damn ball. I'm about to whip your ass with a belt when you came to the sideline. You son of a bitch.
Spartans decide to punt it away. Running it back, it's Figueroa. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those
just steamrolling his way through. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves to change for the first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Quarterback will audible. On second down, wants to throw. Going downfield for the big play. He caught it.
Big man.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he got loose, it was all over.
I heard it. Hey,
this
baby.
offense is high octane, boy.
Get me a whiskey,
not
please.
Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
Huh? Oh, wait. We got lemonade in there? Hell yeah. I feel like sitting on the beach. That should be enough for like 2, maybe 3 drinks. Yeah. Nah, I won't have enough lemonade.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Barnes. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down. Solid pickup, a little bit short of the first down. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Turns it on in midfield. Can anyone catch him? And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. And the Spartans are on the move.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Ooh, that's a great tackle by the linebacker. If he doesn't make that play on the running back catching the ball on the flat, that might be a big gainer. Nice job with fundamental tackling defensively.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. They're bringing heat. Moving away from pressure.
How the
He's
fuck?
gonna take off. Nifty little
That was
scamper
bullshit.
on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
These QBs that can scramble and buy time.
Hell yeah, that's good as
Gotta
shit,
have a
baby.
lot of energy. I mean,
Hell
you gotta
yeah.
Keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your
Let me
steps.
give you an inside
QB won
side,
that
blame
battle,
it.
but now you got another chance.
Shut.
First and goal. Get your mind right. Let's hold them to a field goal.
And go.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, Penn State is known for its defense, right? Tough, physical, they can stop the run, and they can get after the quarterback, and they do it from the linebacker position. You think about the legacy this school has had at that spot. This guy right here, he fits into exactly what they want a linebacker to be, and the ability to get after the QB is a big part of it.
Michigan State.
Fuck,
And
man.
the comeback is on. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Partner like the rest of them on over truck. Ha! Peace out. Peace out, bruh.
They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown.
He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on
I
that
lied.
kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step.
down
How about
shit,
the
bro.
effort,
What's your
weaving in
digits?
and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put
911,
guys
you
back
need help?
deep that can't
I'll
roll.
believe
And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Blink if you mean consent. I said blink if you mean consent. Ah, she blinked. Ha But you did
Lining
now.
up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. On on the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking to throw, it's Mars. Makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Coming after it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
I don't hate the play call there on 3rd and short either, because you try to catch them off guard. 3rd and short on your own side of the 50. It's not there. Throw it away. Now, if you want to go for it now and run it, now's the time to do it on 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to keep the drive.
Man, this boy just went to a Diddy part. That's a bullshit.
The first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. The Spartans will hustle to the line.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your...
And they got him for the sack.
Take that
First
shit.
down sack pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
I hit the frickin' button to pick that off.
They need to keep that.
Rushing yards 148. Oh man, I got past that one.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Line gets set. 1st
Oh,
down.
it's Teddy.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone.
Boop.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Penn State. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Just about set to kick it away. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be dragged down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Barnes. He's got his man. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. He's going to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Catch inside the 25.
Where's my
Touchdown,
safety at?
Sparty. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Mississippi State.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Deep shot for the end zone.
All by himself, baby.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That'll give them a little more push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
49, Michigan State 28.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down after that incompletion. Back to throw, it's Mars. Looking to the big tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Corners are going to bail. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the big fella. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Snags it over the middle. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. All wideouts, no backs. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires the pass, intercepted. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is
going for it all.
Drop. Oh,
and
man.
Intercepted in the end zone.
I understand being aggressive. I get that. Play callers in today's era are aggressive as they've ever been. But at the same time, we got to understand 4th quarter, I got the lead. I've already messed it up once. I might want to try to think about what this guy can really do well and think about maybe milking some of that clock.
On the move is the 30. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the return, it's Figueroa. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and
this wasn't it.
Adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they didn't. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.